All right, so today we're going to talk about staging to sell versus designing to live, and a little bit of how that experience will vary, because when you're staging to sell a house, there are some very distinct different goals, and when you're designing to live in that house and make it fully your own, there is an entirely different process as well. So by covering these two, and then I'm going to give you some visuals as well, help you kind of understand the difference, and and also understand the goals of what we're trying to do with staging. So when it comes to staging a home, our main goal is to highlight and sell that house, right? We want to bring attention to all the features and assets that that house has, so that way buyers, when they come in, they notice things about the house that when they put the offer in, it's going to come with it, right? We do not want them to be focused entirely on your art collection or, really ornate, beautiful pieces of furniture, unique pieces of furniture. We want them to notice things like tray ceilings and the view when you walk in, or beautiful windows, or the size and space of a master, right? On the other side of that is designing to live in. So when you work with a designer, what they're going to do is the opposite. They're going to work within your home and the architecture of the home. They might highlight some features, but then what they're trying to do is really take that home and create a space that is just the full expression of you. They're going to ask you what your favorite colors are. They're going to pull in pieces that have a lot of sentimental value for you, right? Let's say you have a rocking chair from your grandmother, or an artwork that, art piece that you brought home from a vacation in Taos, So it's not so much about selling the home, it's really about, appealing to your wants, needs, and desire and vision. Okay, so where staging to sell is to appeal to as many people as possible, all those buyers that are coming in, potential buyers. We want them to fall in love with the house, so there's more of a neutral kind of openness to that kind of look, versus designing to live, where it's all about you and who lives in that home. So right now I'm just going to give you kind of some visuals, so you can kind of get an idea. So if you look at through design magazines, you can start seeing this really in anything. So when you're trying to sell something, in this case, it's an advertising selling light, lighting right there, that lamp. So you can see that it's the focal point. There's not a lot of stuff going on because we want the focus to be on the lamp that's being sold, right? You might hear my kids in the background. That's why I videotape outside. So they can play while I get this done. Okay, so take a look at this picture. This is actually a great rug company. I really like sourcing from them. And they're in this, you're going to see again, right? They're focused on selling this rug, and we don't have a ton of stuff going on. The pieces that are brought in are really meant to highlight the rug, right? So that is the purpose of this ad, is to sell rugs. And then here's one more example of an advertisement. There we go. So in this one, they're selling the countertops. So there's still things on the countertops, right? It's not just a countertop sitting, sitting on in a blank room, right? We have it all set up. It's staged. This is staged, right? It's set up in a kitchen. You have beautiful cabinets that highlight it. It shows off a lifestyle, right? We have little things of making us feel like this is actual home that's lived in, and then while also not distracting by the fact that we need to notice this beautiful piece of countertop. So that's an example of staging to sell something. Now, on the other hand, I have these little tabs. We're talking about staging for someone's style, designing for a person. So here's an example of a house that is designed for a very specific style, right? You have a lot of knickknacks, probably a lot of things in here that mean something. Very, you have a lot going on, right? I mean, you almost don't know where to look. You don't really notice in this picture, like something I look at, I'm like, wow, look at that banister or the skylight there, or the shape of this room, or maybe how it connects to other rooms. That's really not the purpose of designing to live. We don't need to sell all the aspects of the house. We get to pick whatever we want to live in, right? That's one style. Obviously, that one's really eclectic. Here's one that's maybe a little more modern, but even then, it looks, right, it's a beautiful look. But if we were selling this room, we wouldn't want so much furniture, right? This extra desk, that's great for living because you need a place to work, and it works in the room. It has style in here. But for selling this space, you want to go a little bit more simple so that we notice, that fireplace becomes more of a focal point. Those built-ins become more of a focal point. The fact that the Empire State Building, oh my God, the Eiffel Tower is right out your window. That's what we should be noticing. Not all the little things, little found treasures on the coffee table. So you can see that. Let's see, another example. Ooh, this one. This is where you really start seeing some trends coming back. That has a very retro vibe. You almost don't even think this has been redone. At least that's how I felt when I was looking at this magazine. But they totally redid this. This is what's on trend right now. A lot of terracotta, a lot of the wood paneling, stuff you're gonna see in a lot of in California homes, and a lot of colors, right? So all these contrasting colors and that really maximalism vibe is great if you live in the home and this is your personal style. This is not the best way to sell this house. So just kind of gives you a really easy way to kind of understand the difference, and I hope you found that helpful, and have a great day.